Get informed. I'm Andy Rocco. This is Get Informed, UCB Radio.
I said I'm going to start. I never said I did, but now I did. Failure.
I am a failure. I'm Andy Rocco. This is Get Informed, UCB Radio, Sirius XM 406. I meant to say Sirius. That's how good I am. Hi, I'm Andy Rocco. I don't follow current events or politics very well, so I get my funny friends to come on the show and tell me what's going on. I am joined, as always, by my co-host and girlfriend and fact-checker, Lisa Herring.
Hi.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Andy.
Thanks for coming to the show and doing the
Thank
fact
you
checks.
for asking me every week.
Yes. Today on the show, I have two very funny, talented comedians, improvisers, writers, and lovers, and two of the biggest butt fiends I know. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Patten and Anthony Atamanuik.
Hi, how's it going?
Hello.
No, you're not butt fiends. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know. If
You
I'm
don't
a
know.
butt
You don't
fiend
know
or
whether
not.
or not we are butt fiends.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
I like a good black ass that's like a shelf.
Yeah. Something you can park your drink on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, so what's going on in the news? We were going to talk about that, I guess, because it's a current events show here. And let's start off with the North Korea has tested another nuclear weapon.
Yeah, this is the third one. This is the
Right.
third nuke that North Korea has tested.
Right.
Largest nuke so far. Seismographically.
Somebody suggested North Korea should change their business motto to their slogan to "Whatever happens in North Korea is none of your fucking business."
Someone said that?
Well, that's what somebody who writes for the show now.
Somebody who writes for the show.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good introduction.
Thank you. Somebody gave us that as a suggestion of a joke to say.
Someone who writes for this show.
Yeah, he's our intern.
We have an intern now.
We have an intern.
Oh, who is it?
His name
name's
is Ben.
Intern Ben.
Tell
So-
Ben to work a little harder.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to listen to the show, so.
Well, Ben, if you're listening, one, this microphone stinks that I'm talking into.
Well, you don't have headphones on.
You don't
too.
have headphones. You're really just
I
a
think you sound
renegade.
great.
Yeah,
And
I think.
two, what? Do I need to have headphones?
I think it adds to the experience. Like, I feel like in a very nice enclosed radio bubble right now.
Oh, I like no headphones.
I think it's.
Get on that butt, man.
I think.
Fiend on that butt.
I'm
the
a butt
reason,
fiend.
I think the reason why you don't like headphones is like if I feel like if you actually hear what you're saying, you feel like you have to take account for it.
Really? I just think I don't understand the necessity of them.
They're great.
But I don't understand it. Like I hear
Because
you
also
the same
you also
way.
will know if you move your head too much, you know that you're not talking into the microphone.
Oh,
anyway,
I know I'm talking.
Anyway,
to
Andy, I think
Anyway,
you
yeah,
need to
Korea.
you need to learn about current events.
Yes.
I think this one is important because it's Kim Jong-un, who's the new head of North Korea.
Wait, that's not the same guys.
There was Kim Jong-il,
Yeah.
and then his son Kim Jong-un took over. I don't know, a few years
Seriously,
ago.
that's his name?
Yeah,
3 years ago.
yeah, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, Kim Jong-un. It's UN,
Yeah.
and he took over. And this is the first nuke that they've set off under Kim Jong-un.
That guy sounds like a sex grunt.
He looks like a little sad-faced fatty boy.
Yeah, he looks like somebody who hasn't gotten cake and wants cake.
Yep.
Like
He
it's like a
does.
little pouty-lipped, chubby kid from Up.
You know what? Yeah. Yes. He is the kid from Up.
He's the kid from Up,
He's the kid from Up.
but just drab in a
Yeah,
drab
yeah.
Boy Scout uniform. A North Korean Boy Scout uniform is just a black onesie.
He would
Wow.
also be in like Asian animation. He would be like the animal familiar. You know how they always have like the funny animal
yeah,
familiar?
yeah.
He would be like the sad. He's like a Totoro character.
Wow. Okay. And they got nukes, so
Well, they've had. I mean,
this is
having
kind
nukes and being able to deploy a nuclear weapon effectively are two very different things.
okay.
Right. North Korea is sort of famous for having missile launches and rocket launches that just like are so they bluster about them and they sort of fall harmlessly into the ocean for rocket tests. And then in North Korea, they're reported as, glorious leader attacks sun, like the sun with a rocket is how they report it. And but this one is it's like a little bit more of a real thing.
Right.
This one because
So
it's like
should I be frightened?
Not yet.
No.
You got another
Why?
20 years to be frightened.
Because like there was like that when he like from what I remember when Kim Jong Il came out and said he had like nuclear weapons, like everyone like kind of ignored him. But I was like, isn't that bad too though? Like that he had them, like because we weren't counting on him having them.
Yeah, and this is one of the axis of evil. Like this is still one of Bush's axis of evil countries alongside Iraq, which wasn't.
Right.
Iran, which is like, I don't know, kind of isn't. Maybe,
Well, I
maybe
mean,
is.
Iran's a Persian country that ultimately wants to stay to itself. Like, it's not, its proclivity
Right.
historically is to not be empirical. Their development of a nuclear weapon would be ultimately a standoff weapon with Israel. I don't think Iran, I don't think they're dumb enough to launch a nuke in the proximity of their own country.
But do you think North Korea is?
I think North Korea is, but again, to launch a nuclear weapon requires so much. To launch a long-range intercontinental ballistic weapon requires
to hit America.
To hit America would require another 2 to 3 decades worth of work
for North Korea.
for them to be able to do that.
Okay.
And it ain't gonna happen. The regime will collapse. That's what the State Department, everyone's banking on, is the regime will collapse before they develop the weapon effectively.
Fair
That's
enough.
the bet that they're hedging. Or they'll nuke South Korea, which would be just terrible.
Okay.
Right, which they can do like today.
They could do it now.
Yeah, okay, so
And
there is something to be worried about that.
Yes,
Okay.
but they haven't. So that should prove that they're not going to do it.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, that's a bit of a
So
stretch.
I think what we're both trying to say is that Ben's Vegas slogan about this was just total crap. Just
Yeah.
real
Yeah, basically what Ben
lazy
said.
writing,
Yeah.
uninformed BS.
I mean, basically, Ben sat down and was like, okay, wait, here's the slogan.
All right,
Whatever
well, don't make fun
stays
of
in Vegas.
Yeah.
Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
Whatever happens in North Korea stays in North Korea.
yeah,
Hey, Andy, here.
yeah, and then
Don't
he
make
handed it
fun
over,
of-
and he was
Don't make fun of Ben.
well, he got that idea in the first place because he was watching like a Phoenix Suns Dallas Mavericks game
Yeah.
on NBA TV with a bucket of chicken wings, and he's just like, oh yeah, I see this commercial that's on this game. All right, I'll use that slogan. Just like looked around the room. Come on, Ben.
Yeah, Ben, work harder for no money.
So also President Obama gave a State of the Union address.
All right, so we're moving on.
We are. Like I feel very scared and confused at the same time about the whole nuclear.
Nuclear. Not nuclear.
No.
Nuclear.
Nuclear?
No.
Never. Okay.
Okay.
But he gave a State of the Union address,
Uh-huh.
President Obama.
Yeah, he did.
Do you want to touch upon some of the things that he talked about, Anthony? Or Josh?
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah, no. The state. It was weird because this year the State of the Union was sort of part 2 of a 2-part speech for me because the inauguration speech was very State of the Union-y, which is like sort of a list of policy proposals, maybe some new stuff, some old hits that you knew he was going to talk about.
Right.
And so like nothing new happened. I think a new thing that happened was like proposing preschool for like, basically government subsidies for preschool, universal preschool,
Right.
which we don't have. Only wealthy families can. If you have money, you can send your kid to preschool. If you don't, a little bit of tough
I thought
luck.
preschool was something everybody could.
No,
do.
there's the
no,
Head
no.
Start program, which I think covers some of that. Right?
Head Start, I think, it covers some for very, very poor, but it's
Right.
mostly it's kindergarten, I think.
Yeah, kindergarten is universal. Preschool is not. So
Yes.
that's like one of the new ideas. And there was also like gun control. And
I mean, universal
so-
pre-K has also been a
How important is
Democratic platform
preschool? I
idea
mean,
for-
it's just kinda,
it's statistically the most important. It is literally the most important. If you educate, they show that the amount of effect of pre-K education, and then they show this declining graph of the impact of middle school, high school, and then job training, and literally the efficacy of pre-K is the highest. It is children who get reached between the ages of 2 and 5 are something like 70% more likely to earn above 70 to like 100K.
But
in their
like
lifetime.
the strange thing about preschool, it's just playing though. It's just the
It's-
idea of
it's
going.
playing, but
Preschool,
you're
preschool did a good job for you because it's not just playing, Andy. It's learning.
Not really.
Yeah, you
No,
learn basic
it's-
shapes and colors and fucking animals. That's what it is.
You fuck animals in preschool?
No, but you
No.
learn basic identification. You learn the basic things of humanity.
I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry. Okay, fair enough. I agree.
Wait, Lisa, what is in preschool?
You like start learning the foundations of reading. You learn to interact with other children. Interact.
Oh, sorry.
I can talk.
Thought we were back on that.
Andy might have
Axis of
difficulty.
evil.
Yes, Lisa.
But you're like building the foundation of like learning is a slow process where you gradually build up to new things, and preschool is the start of that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
So it's like when you go to like first grade and they try to teach you how to read, right?
Mhm.
If those letters are gobbledygook,
That's
you know,
true.
it's going to be much tougher than if you have like some familiarity with it.
Also,
know-
if you're learning to read in first grade, you're already a stone cold fucking dummy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know when kids read. Yeah.
I mean, you're already like, read.
Yeah.
Which is how if I was a teacher and I had a first grader and didn't know how to read, I'd be like, oh, hey, retard, sit in the corner.
Wow. That's some compassion coming off Anthony Atamanuik. I would not make you a teacher at all. Preschool and raising minimum wage is another thing.
Yeah, to $9 an hour.
Yeah.
Ah,
When
yeah.
it should be $22.50 an hour based on increase of cost of living and cost of living and wage.
Mhm.
It should be $22.50. That's what the minimum wage technically should be if you base it on when it was introduced and the increase in inflation and cost of living.
They should also just make just give waitresses like minimum like
Just
that.
waitresses, not waiters.
Yeah, just waitresses. Fuck waiters. They don't flirt with me. Oh.
Wait.
Andy just fell off a small cliff.
When do waitresses flirt with you?
No one flirts with me. I was just making a bad joke. But no one flirts with me at all ever.
Wait, Josh, what were you going to say?
Anyway, Josh.
What? Oh no! I got stunned by that claim that you believe that waitresses are flirting with you.
No.
Well, okay. Here's $22.50 is like a living wage, right? It's like
$22.50 would be good. I mean, that would be a good wage.
yeah,
per
but
hour.
like that's okay. Because minimum wage jobs, my first thought on that is like pimply teens working at an Arby's,
Yeah, but
you know,
that's not true.
in their summer, which is like I'm a little bit uncomfortable with like a teenager working for 8 hours and walking away with $200.
Yeah, but now imagine
Like
that.
I don't want teenagers to have that much disposable income.
Well, then someone should introduce a bill in Congress that if you're working in high school, your wage can be, the wage can be a living wage for a teenager if they're subsidized by their parents. But
You can't do that. You
Of
can't.
course you could.
You can't discriminate like based
Yes,
on the
you can.
work.
You could tier under the age of 18.
You can't say, "Hey,
They're
old
a minor.
What?
They're a minor.
Sure.
You can tier laws based on minors already. If you're 15, you can only work, I think, 12 hours a week.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay, so but what are you afraid that teenagers are going to walk away with? Like,
This is the fear
what-
that teenagers are going to make $22.50 an
They're
hour.
just gonna be
How
like
about-
spending too much money, and like I'm an old man who doesn't like teenagers anymore. This is a recent development where if like I have a bunch of nieces and nephews, and individually or when I have a family gathering, they're fine. They're all teenagers and they're great. As soon as they like hop into a Jeep with 3 of their friends, I'm like, you guys are degenerate criminals.
Well, these are
Like who are making fun of me behind my back, and I don't like you. I don't want you to have money to pay for gas to cruise around town and go get sandwiches at weird hours.
Well, first off, the kids who are in the Jeep riding around are not the kids we're talking about. We're talking about the kids who can barely fucking afford to, like, they're keeping their family afloat, right?
Who want to go to college?
Or you're talking about a woman who I met recently.
What are you, Mitt Romney? I was at a diner in Dayton, Ohio.
I met a woman recently whose daughter does pageant work, and this woman works at a Home Depot. She works 50 hours a week, and she's working for minimum wage. And this woman had a child when she was 20, and now she's raising her daughter to be a weirdo little pageant girl. And these are the types of stories I see all across America. I'm going across America. I'm talking to poor people. I'm not touching them because they're gross and they're covered in bacteria.
Filthy. They're
But
filthy.
they are a hive. But you know what? When I stand far away from them and look at them, I go, why can't we give them some more money so that I don't have to feel shame and guilt when I look at them?
Oh,
that's
boy.
very noble of you.
That's very noble of you.
to sacrifice the resources of our society so that you feel less yucky.
Yeah.
I think that to make minimum wage $22.50 would be insane based on our current situation.
Yeah.
But I think raising it to $13 an hour is, I mean, $9 is like ridiculous that anyone's even questioning it. $9 an hour is nothing. That is nothing.
Let me see. It's not even $20,000 a
It's
year.
nothing.
It's $18,000 a year.
Right, yeah, and the argument is that the argument against raising the minimum wage is that not as many people would be hired. You can't hire as many workers if you have to pay somebody $18,000 a year as opposed to $17,220, like $17,200.
Which is true if we don't allow the government to subsidize purchasing by the government resource projects and reconstruction projects and military mass purchasing of new technologies, which is how you foster the economy. So that line of argument will work only if you constrict the ability for the federal government to inject stimulus into its economy.
I did not understand a single word of what you just said.
Basically, it is true. That talking point is true. Less people will hire if you raise the minimum wage, if you restrict the capacity for small businesses to get government contracts, which is why the conservative line of argument works, because they're going to just steamroll and stonewall any ability to increase government spending in the private sector.
Interesting. We're going to have to take a break and meditate on all the ramblings of Anthony there, and we'll be right back with more Get Informed after this little break. Okay. I'm Andy Rocco. This is Get Informed, UCB Radio, Sirius XM 406. I don't follow politics. I got some of my funny friends, Anthony Atamanuik and Josh Patten, and my lovely girlfriend Lisa is here to all help me figure out what's going on in the world. I wanted to move on to something. I feel like some people should know this, but there is a spinach recall. It's going to be affecting New York if you are in the New York area.
Really?
Yes.
It actually affects every single state except New England.
Yeah, not Connecticut, where I'm from, but like a lot of New England areas have not been touched by it. Do you want
But Hawaii and Alaska.
Hawaii and Alaska,
Not okay.
even the crazy freak states are not affected by Hawaii. Not affected by the spinach recall. So be careful of all the spinach that you guys are eating. Are you guys big spinach people?
No. Okay, here is my interactions with spinach. When my girlfriend thinks I'm not pooping enough, she makes me eat it. That's the most frequent time. And then second time is when I'm a filthy slob who goes to Subway to get a 12-inch hoagie for cheap.
Because
I can't.
on it?
What? Yeah, it's an option. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, spinach leaves. Maybe spinach leaves.
And
Wow.
the reason it's there is because if you go to Subway and think, oh yeah, I'm going to eat a 12-inch hoagie because I only have $5 to spend. I can't spend more money on a better sandwich. But then you are in line and you have to wait in line long enough that you feel guilty that you're a monster
Right.
for this meal. Then you're like, oh yeah, throw some spinach on there and like just vinegar, no oil. Like you try to make it healthy. So that's the two options. So like, who cares? Like, okay, both of these reasons are that's all the interaction anybody should and does have with spinach.
I love spinach though.
Hi, can I give me his opinion?
The Pope is here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the Pope.
Hi, I'm gonna be retiring pretty soon, and me enjoys me some spinach. Every time I can't reach Jesus with my prayers, I pop myself a can of spinach, and my brain swells, and I can hear Jesus speaking in my brain.
Wow, thank you.
Well, the good news is it's not affecting the Vatican,
No, it's not.
so you can continue to
Ooh,
do that.
me lucky stars. Me lucky charms. They're magically delicious.
Thank you, Pope. You want to hang out for a little bit?
Ooh, no.
I remember I didn't read the whole article for this, but there was I read a headline that like there was some sexual charges
Against the
Spinach?
against
Against
spinach. Against spinach. No, against the Pope.
Well, can I just ask one question? Was it an E. coli thing with the spinach?
It is.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
every year, there's another
So is it
vegetable that gets
prepackaged?
it.
Is it prepackaged spinach or is it just loose spinach?
I think it's prepackaged. It's from
Okay,
Taylor
well,
Farm.
okay.
Okay, so you're still safe when you just buy loose spinach.
Yeah, loose spinach, yeah.
But it's when you grab a handful of spinach,
Here's
you're
the
safe.
You want to know the big problem with this is people don't rinse. When people buy prepackaged shit, I just want to say this real quick. They buy the prepackaged shit and they go, "Oh, I don't have to pre-wash it. It's packaged." And that's why people get like you're supposed to wash your vegetables regardless of whether they said they washed them. Why the fuck would you trust some nameless huge company to trust that it was fucking washed? Even in the supermarkets, they've got those little sprayers that spray down the. You ever been there and they have like the
Yeah, the
little
supermarket?
thunderstorm
Yes,
sound?
yes, yeah.
And they have the spray comes down. I don't even trust that water. It's supermarket water.
Okay,
know?
fair enough.
So anyway, I just wanted to put that forward.
A little tip for everybody: wash everything.
Wash everything.
Wash everything, even if it's packaged.
Wash
Especially
your
if it's
chicken. Wash your chicken.
everyone washes.
You don't wash steak, but you should pat down steak with a paper towel to get the extra moisture out for a good sear.
Okay, that's more of a
Alright.
quality than a
Right.
safety issue.
Yeah.
Then cover it in your own shit.
Yeah.
Pat it down with a paper towel, but don't use the same like steak sponge every
Yes.
time. Don't use.
Don't use this. Don't.
Well,
use
you
the
can
steak
microwave the steak sponge,
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's a good point.
kill the bacteria.
That's good. But the Pope though, he apparently had like sexual charges like before he was supposed to resign. Like he resigned. Some people are speculating that he resigned because he had these like sexual like.
What are you talking?
That's
are you
not true.
That's not true. That's
That's
not
a
true?
theory.
No.
Oh.
The Pope stepped down, right?
Yeah.
And here's what I think happened. He's ill. He found out he had a terminal illness and just wanted to not have to be Pope while that happened because he's super old. He's 85.
Right.
Yeah.
He took over for a long time. He's like sort of like this. He wasn't as good as the last Pope, and he knows it. And
Yeah, he knows.
Everybody knows it.
He's like the grandma. He's like you have two grandmas and you love one grandma and the other one you hate.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
he's the grandma that you hate.
yeah, but like you go to that grandma, and then you're like really happy with the grandma that's nice. But you have to you don't appreciate your nice grandma
Until she dies.
until. Well, no. I mean, no, but if she is in isolation, you don't. But if you have a good grandma and a bad grandma, it's good cop, bad cop.
I
stuff.
kept my grandmother in an isolation tank.
just with
Like Luke
cathode,
Skywalker.
cathode tubes.
Yeah, she's just suspended in a liquid tank. That's what you do with good grandma.
You want to keep good grandma.
Yeah, and we didn't do that with good Pope John Paul II. And so Benedict came in, and basically he's old and he's retired. Like obviously, there's going to be rumors that there's a massive cover up of shuffling priests around whenever they touch a kid in developed countries.
And
So he's probably associated with that in some regard.
He's actually associated. This is a strange thing. He actually was one of the investigators. He was one of the people investigating. Prior to becoming Pope, he was leading the charge in actually outing and getting rid of pedophiles from the church. He was a huge advocate for
I thought
it.
this was what you were talking about.
He was a huge advocate
remember
for
you-
it. And that documentary that came out or the HBO thing that came out, and I think it was just timing. I don't think he watched HBO and was like, I've got to quit. But I
That's
think
not how
that
the Pope
That's not how the
sounds.
Pope talks.
Hey, can you watch it?
and okay, Pope. By the way, is anyone surprised that a Pope who's chose the name Benedict fucking bailed on the church? I'm Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, new rule.
New rule: don't name your Pope Benedict.
Bill, I thought you've been seen with women most of the time. You sound kind of gay.
Yeah, I do.
One quick thing on the one fun thing about the Pope for me is that he said he's going to retire February 28th. So at the end of the month, he's out. But what's going on now is they're meeting to elect a new Pope,
Yep.
which is where they do the white smoke if they don't have a new Pope, and then black smoke if they do.
No, reverse that. I think.
Reverse it, black smoke if they don't have a new Pope every day. They just
Yes.
fire up a chimney and send out black smoke and say, we didn't do anything, rather than telling somebody.
And the white smoke is the paper they write the name on. They burn that paper, and that paper makes the white smoke.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that, but they have to. This normally takes a long time. Like I remember when Benedict got elected, it took a few weeks or something like that.
The
So,
conclave.
so yeah, the papal
There's
conclave.
some guy
it's
that
called.
rolls like chicken bones and everything too, I imagine.
I think there's
I'm
all
sure-
sorts of political and weird Wiccan shit that they do.
Yeah, right. But Benedict has said he's going to step down on February 28th. So like, what's going to happen is they're not going to pick a new pope, and he's still going to step down.
They'll be popeless.
So they just won't have a pope when a guy has just been pope, and he's just like, nah, I don't want to go out there. I don't want to put on a hat today. Like it's just like he's just gonna like petulantly say, no, I said I was done. I gave my 2 weeks. I'm done. When they don't have a pope. And
I hear they have a guy lined up.
who
He's supposed to be black.
is it the black guy or is it the Italian guy?
No, he's a guy who used to do sort of entertainment in the Vatican. His name's Bob Pope. And he's applying to be the Pope. Yeah.
Hey, what's here, I saw Jesus walk through the golf course.
Hey. So I think that
That's a velociraptor just came in here.
I'll get it.
I think the black one is the possible Pope
Okay.
or an Italian.
And he's from Ghana, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The one that you were talking about, yeah. And then there's the Italian guy, and then there's an American guy,
Yeah,
Right?
the American will never.
Cardinal
happen.
Dolan. How is he not affected by the molestation scandal?
They all should be.
Like, I don't see how anybody in America.
They all should be.
Yeah.
I said this point at the Tony Show last week, which is if 40% of executives or like people who were in charge at NBC were accused of fucking molesting kids, NBC wouldn't exist as a company anymore, right? Like it just wouldn't exist. It would be gone. They'd be bankrupt. The lawsuits would just cripple them. Right. But the Catholic Church somehow just trots along when like they are a house. I don't want to plug a show, but they're a house of cards.
Only on Netflix. Well, let me ask you guys another topic.
Which I call the evil Jack Benny show. Rochester.
Rochester.
What, boss?
So let's.
That's the Black Pope, by the way.
Yeah, it's a black Pope.
It's Rochester.
But, yeah.
Pope Rochester.
Cardinal Rochester, but he gets to choose what number of Rochester he is.
Now I'm the new Pope, boss. Things are gonna change around here.
How about Pope Kingfish? No.
That's offensive.
Yeah.
Pope Kingfish.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Kingfish is great. I love Kingfish. He was a very funny, iconic. He was the first wacky like neighbor of sitcoms.
Yeah, I know.
technically.
Yeah.
All right. But one thing I wanted to address was also this guy named Oscar Pistorius
Pretorius.
He's the guy that ran. He has no legs, and he ran the Olympics.
Blade Runner.
Yes.
Blade Runner.
But he apparently shot his girlfriend in the chest.
Yeah.
Yes.
First guy with fake legs to shoot his girlfriend in the chest too.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
First guy with 2 blades for legs to fucking blow his model girlfriend away.
Right.
That's a first.
It's a new thing.
Yeah.
I felt that I couldn't believe that. And I told Lisa, I was like, "Hey, Lisa, you know that guy has no legs?" She's like, "Oh, did he not win? They want to recall his like a medal?" I was like, "No, he shot his girlfriend." It's like such a mind-blowingly crazy thing to happen.
Every sports inspirational story has just turned out that they're absolute scumbags, liars, or they've been tricked into having fake girlfriends. Like every like soft ESPN profile piece of like, oh, he's a Paralympian who's like competing with the real Olympians. Oh, he shot his girlfriend. Oh, this guy who's like, had his dead girlfriend the same week his grandma died. He's like, no, it was like some weirdo 20-year-old guy catfishing.
Wait, what happened?
The Manti Te'o story, which is
I don't know that.
He was a linebacker for Notre Dame, and in the middle of the season, there was a big to-do that his grandmother died, and that actually happened.
Right.
And then, like, his girlfriend died.
He didn't put her in a fucking tube, did he, and preserve her?
No, he didn't.
He didn't put her in.
He did not. He did not. And his girlfriend died like a couple days later from leukemia, but it turned out the girlfriend part was entirely fictional.
Yeah, the girlfriend was a dude.
The girlfriend was a dude who pretended to be a woman on the phone and like sent him a bunch of like Twitter messages and emails and text, and it was total fabrication.
Manti probably fucking takes it up the tutu,
Why did he wait? Why was this made up just to save his like?
Because he was I think he's a closet homosexual.
That's like the comment section theory is that.
Yeah.
I think it's just because like when
My mom thinks that too.
Okay. Well, her ass is on the line now.
In more ways than one.
Oh, Bud Fiend. Yeah, so that, and then Lance Armstrong, obviously, which I'm sure you know about. He was a
Right.
7-time Tour de France winner. It turns out, oh yeah, he's been lying about not taking steroids.
Right.
No, hey, he's 2 balls. He lied about that too.
No.
Yeah, he has 2 balls. Lance Armstrong, ball liar.
Ball liar.
I think it'd be more of a lie. If
He lied
had-
about the cancer.
He also it would be a bigger and funnier lie if he had 3 balls.
No, well, he did have 3 balls.
He did have
He
three
cut
balls,
one
and
off
he
for
did.
effect.
Yeah, he cut one off for effect to keep up the lie of his testicular cancer.
Yeah,
As he walks around, normal bald.
yeah. Those yellow armbands were he originally marketed them as cock rings, but they were too. The first prototype was too wide, and they're like, just put it on the wrist, and I
Yeah.
don't want to spend the money to get them resized.
It's I don't know. I just feel that's pretty tragic though. It just feels so weird when somebody does something pretty inspiring.
Well, it's fucking life.
Yeah.
So let's stop making icons and heroes out of people. Everyone's a human being. There's plenty of fucking people who ran in the Olympics who did nothing. They ran. They go home to their fucking Swiss-style cabin and
they
fucking
have
upstate
tons of
Vermont.
debt.
And there's tons of people who live their lives who are also epically successful in the things they do, and there is no drama around them. And we just focus on the 0.01% of ass munches that fucking fuck up and kill and murder and lie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all it is. And Blade Runner, you know what? Good for him. Good for him. What a fun run. Got his legs chopped off.
He was born without them. He
Yeah,
didn't get them
whatever.
chopped off.
He got his
They
legs
were
chopped
chopped
off
off by God.
some
Yeah.
African junta in South Africa. Fucking chopped his legs off, said, you'll never run again. Then it turns out, white junta, by the way, he gets the blades. He's going to go skating. That was his original idea. He goes, I can run on him. He runs on him, gets to the Olympics, runs all the way to the Olympics. They go, you're in, you
Wait,
ran
so what
here. Wait.
No, that's exactly what happened.
What-
And then the
what did he
junta's
win?
daughter turns
What
out
was
to be
his-
his girlfriend. He kills her in revenge for chopping his legs off.
What did he want? Like he wasn't like he came in 3rd or what did he? Like,
No, he finished very poorly in the Olympics. It was
Because he's a cripple. He's a fucking cripple.
He's got no
running with fake
legs.
legs.
there was a big stink because he won. He smoked in the Paralympics,
Yeah.
which you may know as the Special Olympics. It's not
Right.
called that anymore. He just destroyed everybody else, like just leaps and bounds, just like crushed them to the point where people like started to take notice of, oh, this guy's running like close to Olympic times.
Right.
Should he be allowed? And then there was a big stink about like, could he be allowed to run? Like, are these blades he has helping him out? And like, basically, like, are they like springboard legs that give him an unfair advantage?
Sure.
And they determined that they weren't. That like the pressure is the same as a normal body. Again, no juntas involved here. There isn't any witchcraft or voodoo up until this point. And then he went into the Olympics and just got crushed. Like he got destroyed by able-bodied athletes.
Yeah.
Like it should be.
Yeah. You know
Like
what?
God intended.
No, it's not that. It's just if you're not complete, you shouldn't compete. That's the term.
Yeah.
Johnny Cochran is here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we have to take a break. We'll be back with more Get Informed, more current events right after this little break.
Oh, great.
I'm Andy Rocco. This is Get Informed, UCB Radio, Sirius XM 406. Today, my girlfriend Lisa, in Fact Checker, is here.
Hello.
She's my co-host and my panel of comedians today, Mr. Josh Patten and Anthony Atamanuik. Thanks for joining the show. So something, another crazy thing that happened in the news, a lot of people are talking about, is this Carnival cruise that the Triumph. Some people have been stranded in the ocean for, I think, 7 days.
Stranded in the ocean's a little bit overwrought for being on a cruise ship for 5 days.
Here's the thing.
Well, there's no power, and the
the toilets.
toilets are all overflowing, and don't
Go
work.
in the ocean.
Here's the thing.
There's tons of people on this boat. You can pee and you just stick your little butt out over the ledge, over the railing, and you poop in the ocean and you don't smear. The problem is that people are monstrous.
Yes. Here's a few things I want to counterpoint with, though. First of all, I have tried to shit off the side of a boat before.
Oh,
and it's not fun.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's okay. It's
okay.
not fun.
And then the second of all,
Jesus fucking Christ.
and second of all, I've been I take the Metro North to go to Connecticut a
You
lot.
tried to shit off that once
No,
too?
yeah, I tried to shit off that.
It's not a good
And
idea.
then the third rail electrocuted me because of the long link of poop that came from my butt hit the third
And
rail.
poop is a great conductor.
It's a great conductor. Anyway, but on the Metro North,
Yeah.
every other car on the Metro North
Has a toilet.
has a toilet. And I despise sitting even in the car with the toilet. I have to sit in a car that does not have the toilet.
Because the foul.
Because the
smell.
smell's bad. And now you have to imagine smelling that for 7
Just
days.
Amtrak is, even the Acela toilets get it's amazing when you get on an Acela at South Station from Boston, which is where it starts, and by Back Bay, which is 7 minutes, the toilets are covered in piss and shit. We are apes. We're apes. We're apes.
So imagine being imagine that magnified a lot.
Yeah. I'm not a piece of poor white trash that takes a fucking cruise, so I don't have to worry about that.
Middle class white trash. If you can afford a cruise, you're not poor.
Anthony,
all right?
you can't
Middle
even
class is overextended credit cards. That's
Anthony,
poor to me, baby.
Anthony, you couldn't even afford to go on a carnival.
Don't call me a coon. What the fuck is that?
I didn't call you a coon.
You motherfucker.
You
Fuck
couldn't.
cruises.
You couldn't even.
Cruises are for idiots.
You couldn't even afford to go on a cruise.
I could. I looked up the QE2. It's only $7,400 for a standard room. Going one way to Germany, I think, was the dock I was going to go to.
Ooh, the
So-
docks of Germany.
So you investigated the cruise.
Years ago, I thought I would like to take a round-the-world cruise. When I worked for Pop-Tarts, I made $40,000, and I was like, maybe I should blow it all on a world cruise. And so I just looked it up to see
which is the minimum wage that you propose, right? $22.50 is Pop-Tart money where you can cruise around the world.
I heard a lot of rappers.
Well, I made it in 4 weeks.
I hear a lot of rappers go, man, I'm gonna make Pop-Tart money on this shit.
That's right. I made Pop-Tart money. And it costs, cruises, like the QE2, I would do something, maybe I would do something like that, but being on a boat, you're fucked, man. If you're on a boat, you're fucked if
But
something happens.
I do feel bad for them though. I feel like that's you go, these are. I don't think a lot of people go to expecting to be stranded on a
I'm
boat
saying
for a
it
long.
fact, but no, I feel bad for them that they're stuck on the boat, but fuck going on a cruise. Fuck going on a boat.
Okay,
I don't feel bad for them.
you don't.
No, if you
Yeah,
have-
he's right. I don't feel bad
come on.
either.
Do you understand in the spectrum of human history, the ability and means to get on a ship for luxury
Yeah.
and go around to various ports of call to see so many different islands and countries and paradises is unparalleled in human history to have the ability and means to do that. So it didn't work out for you.
Yeah. Hey, how's this? You know what we should do? I think we want to try fuck reparations. Let's take more white people, put them on Carnival cruises, and stack them in and cover them in their own shit. And they can understand what it was like for the people who built this country. Because if you fucking were on the triangle trade, you were stacked 5 deep, shitting on each other. Some people just dead. Your cabin mate was a guy who was put in a wood slat. And then you fucking shit on him, and he'd eat your shit until you showed up to fucking Maryland or wherever, and then you were a slave for the rest of your life. So I think all whiteys in the United States should have to be stacked into fucking Carnival cruise ships and covered in their own crap.
Well said. Okay, moving on. I know that Anthony has some strong opinions, but there's a leak out there about the new Apple toy that's coming out, which would be a new watch. The iWatch, I guess.
So stupid.
It seems pretty stupid.
The iWatch sounds like a local news station helicopter.
Yeah.
The iWatch. Looks dumb. And I remember you said something very interesting in conversation, Anthony. I
At
like.
Lucky Burger?
Yes, at
Yeah.
Lucky Burger, that you were saying that this is the reason why Apple will collapse, because they're not trying to be they're just adding more kitsch and weirdness to it
Yeah.
versus trying to like.
Yeah, they're not
create more-
advancing. They're not advancing anything now. It's like you're giving me an intermediary watch that now I have to deal with so that I don't take my phone out of my pocket. So what the fuck is the point of the phone? Why doesn't the phone just become a brick that doesn't have anything on it that you just strap to your side and then you have your watch? It's like why? Why do that? Why don't you instead of making a watch, why don't you fucking make a phone that doesn't have a shitty map app on it? I mean, granted, who gives a shit about any of this fucking shit?
Well, it's a current event.
But my girlfriend just got a Windows phone. You want to talk about a pile of shit? This fucking thing, it has no access to like the Droid app store. Basically, I guess there's like a Droid and a Apple app store.
Right. I actually have a Droid in it.
Okay, so there's like 2 functioning app stores. Like the Droid app store is like a full.
It's like
app
It's like
store.
probably like 1/5 the size of Apple's, but it's good. It's like
still
it has all the main
significant.
ones. Yeah.
Right. Windows doesn't even have a functioning app store. They have like 5 things available.
It's like Excel,
Yeah, Office.
Lotus Notes.
Yeah. What's the thing with the
Notepad?
turtle?
Paint.
Paint.
Yeah, Mac Paint.
Yeah. And Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah, it's like in her phone, you can't do anything on it. So like they're producing all this technology that looks nice, right? Everyone's producing technology that looks nice, but it doesn't really give me a calendar that's easy to put something in it. Give me a fucking calendar that doesn't literally make me go, oh, it's so much effort to put this in the calendar. I would rather just try to remember it than enter it into the fucking machine.
Okay.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
I want that. I want efficiency that way. I want a way that I can go, phone number, here it is, Bobby. And then just slap the phone with my fucking big mitt.
Your big mitt? That big mitt you're wearing?
Yeah.
The big first man?
I'm always ready to play father-son baseball.
Yeah, I don't know. Anthony always carries around a Don Mattingly signed first baseman's mitt. It's huge and bulky, and if he were to put an iWatch on that, it would be lost.
Well, that's,
Yeah,
that's the other thing.
in the neat's foot oil stink of his leather mitt.
He
That's
does
right.
this because he travels. That's why he travels the country, talking to all these women, so he could find out whether he's the father of certain children.
I find young boys and I tell them I'm their father, and then I play catch with them, and then eventually, I molest them.
Okay.
And the Pope has been hunting me down specifically.
Speaking of hunting, we killed Christopher Donner. Donner? Is it Dorner?
Dorner.
Dorner.
Yeah.
The crazy smiley cop.
Dokes from Dexter, right?
Yeah, but we
Okay.
killed him. He's dead.
Yes.
They
burned him alive, right?
Burned him. He was shot and then he
Oh,
was burned alive.
sure,
I
good.
think he may have killed. They're speculating that he may have killed himself,
Yeah.
and then they torched his cabin.
They did torch his cabin, but there was
No, it wasn't actually his. I think.
Oh yeah, whatever
Somebody
cabin he
else's,
held, because he went to Big Bear, California, which first of all is a town that was named by a toddler. Big Bear, let's go Big Bear. And so he went there, that's like his escape plan was to go to Big Bear, and then he got found and traced to a cabin, and it was horrifying to just watch.
Right.
CNN.
They had footage of this.
Yeah, they had traffic copter, they had
Oh, yeah.
helicopters and surveillance
Someone
drones.
took the iWatch up there.
They took the iWatch up there, which no joke, it's like a surveillance drone, like a
Right.
quad rotor copter,
Really?
with a camera on it,
Sure.
follows. Yeah, that's the wave of the future. That's gonna happen every
Wait,
place.
It's
just-
already happening.
Wait,
Yeah.
there's a helicopter that has no men in it.
There's
and it just
8,000
travel?
drones already flying around the United States.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right. So he's officially dead. That guy, I guess
All
that's
right.
one thing taken care of. Some people are upset by this because he may have killed, because he was kind of a vigilante of some sorts.
He
With
was a vigilante. He wasn't kind of a vigilante.
Well, I mean,
He
he's-
was a vigilante.
He claimed to be a vigilante.
I mean,
well, he killed.
oh,
corrupt-
you're saying, in the sense of the nobility of a vigilante?
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I get
his
it. Okay.
his rationale was that he was a vigilante because he there was
He's a Facebook manifesto, didn't he have?
he did have a manifesto, which is just like an essay by a crazy person, I guess is what we're calling manifestos now. It's like,
He's
okay,
mentally ill.
if you've done something bad, we're going to call it a manifesto, even though, like, I read some of it. It's like, it has periods where periods should go, and it makes sense. It's just like an essay. It's a Tumblr post. You know, it's not a manifesto that, like, we should
Yeah.
it's not like, you know,
Right.
some rambling, you know, cut out from magazine letters note.
You have something to
That's
add,
a ransom
Lisa?
note.
No.
Oh, okay, I thought you.
No, well, yeah, that is a ransom note. But
the-
manifesto should be written in like multiple color pens.
Yes.
It should have.
Well, now you're talking about how Quentin Tarantino writes his scripts.
Oh boy.
I didn't.
Do you know that? One day I
didn't know
saw
that.
him writing a script at a coffee shop.
How
and
do you
he-
know it was a script?
Because you could look at the page and you could see the dialogue and then interior,
Okay,
exterior,
okay.
and he writes in different colors for different characters.
What time was this? What movie do you think that was?
Well, let's see. It had to be post Jackie Brown because it was 1997, so it was or 98, so it was whatever came out. The next thing after Jackie Brown was the movie he must have been writing, or maybe he was writing something that he never produced.
Ooh.
Mm.
I'm sure that happens creatively.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, he's dead, and
Quentin
good.
Tarantino.
I think this no, Quentin Tarantino's not dead. The weird thing I thought I don't like was that, like, granted he did kill corrupt cops apparently, but he also killed like their family too. Like he killed like
Yeah.
He was mentally ill.
No, I know. I just want to clear up that, like, I just want to clear up this thing where some people are making him out to be kind of a hero, but I don't see how, especially if he killed somebody that had nothing to do.
No one's a
with
hero.
corruption.
No
when
one-
they
yeah,
go
no
and
one's a
kill
hero.
people.
His reason behind it, like on its face, is noble. That like he,
Right.
you know, he complained about corruption within the LAPD, and they stifled his claim. And like morally, like that's what his rationale was, but it doesn't justify like going to those extremes. I get Saddam Hussein was a bad dude, right? Like he tortured people, he gassed hundreds of thousands of people,
Killed his own relatives.
He was an awful guy, right?
Yeah.
Which is like the kernel of truth that led to us ginning up a war against him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and so it's like it's okay, yeah, like you can always say he's a bad guy, it's good to take him out, but like okay, but
He was
not
just
really.
a hunter, yeah.
Yeah. But so like this is like the same, like there is that like kernel of either truth or at least a reason that's very easily understood and seems noble on its face, which is, but once you start,
But this didn't even seem particularly noble. I mean, he like killed like a assistant basketball coach. Like he like killed like just people.
I'm not talking about who he killed. I'm talking about his
yeah.
reason of complained about
Oh,
corruption in the LAPD and was fired for it.
Sure.
The claim was stifled. I was fired for
and
it.
the
Which
LAPD is a racist, shitty organization.
well,
I mean, that's
I
true.
don't
No,
know.
they are. They're a race. They're a racist. Like, let's kill as many blacks as we can. Quota type of fucking police force, which is most police forces because the police are fucking shit. They're shit criminals who just chose to fucking carry guns around and they're just bullies the other end. Not all cops, but a lot of cops are dicks. Because you got to be a huge dick to think that you have the fucking authority to walk around with a gun and tell other people what to do. Cops suck. Authority sucks. Let's not fucking forget that that's true. That's true. That authority and cops suck and that people with power and money work as hard as they can to take advantage of the situation and they don't care who they fuck over. So on the other end, yeah, I could see how fucking RoboCop over here fucking lost his mind, started killing people. But you got to keep a cap on it. Get yourself some sort of fucking crazy betitled lawyer to fucking
Betitled?
yeah, like some
Is that a-
hero tit lawyer who like she's got
Erin-
nothing.
Erin
yeah, Erin
Brockovich?
Brockovich, and then she comes along and fucking works it out.
Okay, well, we have to wind down the show because we've learned so much today. Anthony, you have a show called The Tony Show with Anthony Atamanuik.
We have a show, Andy.
Yes, I
called
know.
The Tony Show
With Anthony Atamanuik.
with Anthony Atamanuik, produced by Andy Rocco,
Right.
and interned by a decent intern named Jesse Vandenberg.
Oh, Jesse's a great intern. He does a
He's a-
lot of good
yeah.
work and is not lazy at all. When he
No,
produces. Yeah, he's a
no, he
great
doesn't
guy.
just phone
He's
in
no- he's-
slogans for other
Nah,
cities as
he's
like
no,
jokes.
All right,
he's no,
all right,
he's,
well,
he's
don't-
no Ben looking around the room, seeing what he sees, and then coming up with a quick.
He's new. Give him a break.
And the next show is at the UCB East which
February
is at 3rd Street
26th.
and Avenue A, February 26th, and
At
the theme
9:30.
will be taxidermy.
Yes. Yep. See how fitting that premise can go. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
And
good burp.
Josh, you are on a pretty funny, amazing improv team called Grandma's Ashes.
Yes, that's true. Saturday nights at UCB Chelsea in New York, 10:30 p.m. It's a fun improv show.
Yeah, and also, should we just say
Yeah.
watch SNL? There's you write some of the
Yeah, I write some of the old jokes for Saturday Night Live
Yeah.
every week. So basically, yeah, if it's a week that Saturday Night Live is on that's new, you can watch that.
Yeah.
Or if it's not, you can come to the UCB Theater and check out Grandma's Ashes.
Yeah, you
Or-
should celebrate that accomplishment in his life and not sheepishly bring it up.
No, I didn't know. I'd want to brag for him, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Why? Accomplishment should be celebrated, Andy.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Lisa, do you want to plug your Twitter, or you want to plug the website too?
Sure. On Twitter, I'm Lisa Barracuda. We also have a website for the show, which is getinformedradio.com, and you can follow the show on Twitter at getinformeducb.
Hey,
Oh, and here's the Pope again.
ooh, me got me some little boy balls in my mouth. Oh,
I don't think that's true because you would not have been able to make that statement if you could.
me's oils them up with olive oil. Okay, goodbye.
Okay, thank you, Pope. You can follow me on Twitter at Andy Rocco, and please, thanks for listening to the show. It's been real.